Welcome to our free English lesson. You'll learn new vocabulary, simple grammar, real conversations, and test yourself with quizzes. New word alert. The word is festival. A celebration, often with special events, food, and music. Here's an example. Diwali is a famous festival in India. Remember, think festive like decorations. Festivals are festive celebrations. Grammar tip for you. Use in for countries. Use in to say where a festival happens. For example, Diwali is celebrated in India. A helpful tip, remember, in for location. Let's hear how people talk. Situation, discussing festivals abroad. Sarah says, I love learning about different festivals. John says, me too. Like the Rio Carnival. Sarah says, or Diwali, the Festival of Lights. The key phrase is Festival of Lights. It means Diwali, a major Hindu festival celebrating light over darkness. Here's something to think about. What's your favorite festival food? Is it sweet or savory? Share your answer. Don't be shy, everyone is learning together. Can you get this right? Here's the question. Which festival celebrates the dead with altars and offerings? Option A, Day of the Dead. Option B, Oktoberfest. Option C, Carnival. Option D, Diwali. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is Option A, Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead honors deceased loved ones with colorful altars. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Time for vocabulary. The word is aperture. The opening in a camera lens that lets light pass through to the sensor. Here's an example. The photographer adjusted the aperture to blur the background. Remember, the photographer adjusted the aperture to blur the background. Remember, think a time for some grammar. Use taking photos. Use taking with photography, not making or doing. For example, I am taking a photo. A helpful tip, remember, you take photos. Here's a real conversation example. Situation, photography class introduction. Sarah says, what's the best camera for beginners, John? John says, your phone is a good start, Emma. Emma says, focus on composition and lighting first. The key phrase is composition and lighting. It means arranging elements and using light to create great photos. We want your opinion. Have you ever taken a photo that accidentally turned out amazing? What was it? Tell us about it. See what others are saying and join the conversation. Can you get this right? Here's the question. Which word describes how bright or Can you get this right? Here's the question. Which word describes how bright or dark a photo is? Option A, aperture. Option B, exposure. Option C, shutter speed. Option D, composition. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is Option B, exposure. Exposure refers to the overall brightness or darkness of an image. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. New word alert. The word is episode. One part of a TV show series shown each week. Here's an example. I watched a new episode of my favorite show. Remember, think of episode, a piece of a larger story. Let's master this grammar rule. Simple present habit. Use simple present to talk about regularly watched TV shows. For example, I watch comedies every week. A helpful tip, use watch for I, you, we, they. Conversation time. Situation, talking about favorite TV shows. Sarah said, conversation time. Situation, talking about favorite TV shows. Sarah says, do you watch any good TV shows? John says, yes. I love that new series. Sarah says, oh, which one is your favorite? John says, definitely Space Explorers. The key phrase is TV shows and series. It means Space Explorers. The key phrase is TV shows and series. It means programs made for television, often with multiple episodes. Quick question for the chat. What TV show character reminds you most of yourself or someone you know? Share your pick. Reply to other viewers in the chat too. Time for a quick quiz. Here's the question. Which of these is not a type of TV show? Option A, sitcom. Option B, documentary. Option C, cartoon. Option D, car driving. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option D, car driving. Car driving is not a recognized type of TV show. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Here comes a great word to know. The word is schedule. A plan that shows when things will happen. Here's an example. I have a busy schedule this week. Remember, think of school, and the schedule tells you when to go. Let's look at a grammar rule. Use going to. Going to shows future plans or intentions. For example, I am going to plan tomorrow. A helpful tip. Use going to for scheduled events. Let's practice a conversation. Let's practice a conversation. Situation. Planning weekly schedule. Sarah says, John, are you free next week? John says, yes, mostly. What's your plan? Sarah says, let's schedule some study time. John says, okay, I'll check my calendar. The key phrase is, schedule some time. It means to decide when to do something. Here's something to think about. Do you prefer to plan everything in advance or go with the flow? Share your answer. Let's hear different answers from around the world. Let's test your knowledge. Here's the question. I need to my week carefully. Option A, plan. Option B, planning. Option C, plans. Option D, planned. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option A, plan. Plan is the base verb form needed after need to. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. New word alert. The word is nutrient. A substance that provides nourishment essential for growth and maintaining life. Here's an example. Fruits and vegetables are rich in nutrients. Remember, think nutrient. Ants need nutrients to help trees grow. Let's look at a grammar rule. Countable versus uncountable. Use many for countable foods, much for uncountable foods. For example, I eat many apples. A helpful tip, think, can you count it easily? Conversation time. Situation, lunch break conversation. Sarah says, John, let's choose a healthy lunch today. John says, good idea. More fruits and veggies. Sarah says, exactly. Less processed food, more whole grains. The key phrase is healthy eating. It means choosing nutritious foods for better overall well-being. Now it's your turn to share. What's one healthy food you secretly dislike but eat anyway? Why? Share your answer. Chat with each other about it. Pop quiz. Here's the question. Which food group is most important for strong bones? Option A, fruits and vegetables. Option B, dairy products. Option C, grains and cereals. Option D, meat and poultry. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option B, dairy products. Dairy products like milk and yogurt are rich in calcium, good for bones. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Are you enjoying this lesson? Please hit the subscribe button. It's completely free. And give this stream a thumbs up if you learned something new. Your support helps us make more free English lessons. Time for vocabulary. The word is smartphone. A mobile phone that can do many things like a small computer. Here's an example. I use my smartphone to check my email every day. Remember, think smartphone. It's a clever phone. Let's master this grammar rule. Using use for apps. We use to talk about using apps. For example, I use WhatsApp every day. A helpful tip. Use is for regular actions. Let's hear how people talk. Situation. Ordering food with a phone. Sarah says, John, do you have a food app? John says, yes, I use it to order pizza. Sarah says, great. Can you show me how? The key phrase is food app. It means a smartphone application used to order food online. Here's something to think about. What's one app you couldn't live without? Why does it make your life easier? Share your answer. Share your thoughts with the community. Time for a quick quiz. Here's the question. I use A to download new applications. Option A, smartphone. Option B, calculator. Option C, television. Option D, refrigerator. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option A, smartphone. Smartphones allow users to download applications, unlike other devices listed. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Time for vocabulary. The word is pack. To put things into a bag or suitcase for a trip. Here's an example. I need to pack my suitcase for vacation. Remember, think of packing as placing all carefully. Grammar tip for you. Quantifiers with countable nouns. Use many with plural countable nouns to talk about quantity. For example, pack many pairs of socks. A helpful tip. Use many for things you can count. Conversation time. Situation. Packing for first trip. Sarah says, Emma, are you overpacking for your trip? Emma says, maybe. I'm not sure what essentials to bring. Sarah says, make a packing list and roll your clothes. Emma says, good idea. That will save space. The key phrase is packing list. It means a list to remember what to pack for a trip. Let's hear from you. What's the weirdest thing you've ever packed for a trip and why? Share your story. Chat with each other about it. Time for a quick quiz. Here's the question. Which item is not a good idea to pack for travel? Option A, heavy glass bottles. Option B, versatile clothing items. Option C, travel-sized toiletries. Option D, a reusable water bottle. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is Option A, heavy glass bottles. Glass bottles are heavy and fragile, making them unsuitable for travel packing. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Let's learn a new word. The word is mall. A large indoor shopping center with many stores and restaurants. Here's an example. Let's go to the mall to buy new shoes. Remember, think of many all stores together to remember mall. Here's an important grammar point. Use at for location. At specifies a particular place or location. For example, I am shopping at the mall. A helpful tip, remember, at for specific locations. It's your turn now. We want to hear from you in the chat. Type yes if you are learning something new today. Tell us where you are watching from. Let's practice a conversation. Situation, shopping at the mall. Sarah says, hi Emma, let's go window shopping. Emma says, okay, I want to buy shoes. Sarah says, great. Let's check out that store. Emma says, perfect. I see a sale. The key phrase is window shopping. It means looking at items without intending to buy. We want your opinion. Mall or online shopping, which do you prefer and why? Share your pick. Reply to other viewers in the chat too. Challenge yourself. Here's the question. I want to buy new shirt at the mall. Option A, some. Option B, A. Option C, N. Option D, any. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option B, A. A is used before consonant sounds. Shirt starts with a consonant. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Here's a useful word for you. The word is please. A polite word used when asking for something. Here's an example. Please, can I have some water? Remember, rhymes with bees. Remember to be sweet. Here's an important grammar point. Using please politely. Please makes requests more polite. Use it in requests. For example, please, close the door. A helpful tip, saying please is always polite. Here's a real conversation example. Situation, offering a seat. Sarah says, excuse me, John. Would you like my seat? John says, oh, thank you, Sarah. That's very kind. Sarah says, you're welcome. The key phrase is, that's very kind. It means a polite way to show gratitude. Quick question for the chat. Have you ever been too polite? What happened? Tell us your story. Reply to other viewers in the chat too. Pop quiz. Here's the question. What do you say when receiving a gift? Option A, thank you. Option B, goodbye now. Option C, see you later. Option D, I am happy. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option A, thank you. Thank you is the correct polite response for receiving a gift. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Check out this new word. The word is laundry. Clothes that need to be washed or the act of washing them. Here's an example. I need to do my laundry this weekend. Remember, think of lawn and dry, clothes dry on the lawn. Let's master this grammar rule. Present continuous laundry. Use is /r plus verb plus ing to describe laundry happening now. For example, I am doing laundry now. A helpful tip. Use now or at the moment. Let's practice a conversation. Situation. Doing laundry at home. Sarah says, John, did you do the laundry? John says, not yet. Is the hamper full? Sarah says, yes, please wash the clothes. The key phrase is, do the laundry. It means, wash the clothes in a washing machine. Discussion time. Here's a question for everyone. Laundry day, love it or hate it? What's the best part of having clean clothes? Share your answer. Chat with each other about it. Challenge yourself. Here's the question. What do you use to clean your clothes in the washing machine? Option A, soap. Option B, water. Option C, detergent. Option D, bleach. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option C, detergent. Detergent is the specific soap used for cleaning clothes in a washing machine. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Are you enjoying this lesson? Please hit the subscribe button. It's completely free. And give this stream a thumbs up if you learned something new. Your support helps us make more free English lessons. Time for vocabulary. The word is happy. Feeling or showing pleasure, joyful. Here's an example. I am happy to see you. Remember, think of a puppy wagging its tail. Grammar tip for you. Subject plus feel plus adjective. Use feel to describe emotions. Follow with an adjective. For example, I feel happy today. A helpful tip. Use adjectives, not nouns, after feel. Here's a real conversation example. Situation. Sharing feelings about the day. Sarah says, I'm feeling really happy today, John. John says, that's great. I'm a bit tired. Sarah says, oh, I hope you feel better soon. The key phrase is, feeling really happy. It means, expressing a strong positive emotion of joy. Here's something to think about. When was the last time you felt really proud of yourself? What did you do? Share your story. Reply to other viewers in the chat too. Let's test your knowledge. Here's the question. How do you feel you win a prize? Option A, because. Option B, when. Option C, but. Option D, so. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option B, when. When shows the time you feel the emotion. When you win is a time phrase. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Time for vocabulary. The word is vows. Promises made by the bride and groom during the wedding ceremony. Here's an example. They exchanged vows in front of their family and friends. Remember, think, vows sounds like cows. Promise not to moo at the altar. Time for some grammar. Present simple for habits. Use present simple for repeated actions or habits. For example, we usually exchange rings. A helpful tip. Use with adverbs like usually or always. Conversation time. Situation. Discussing wedding traditions. Sarah says, what's your favorite wedding tradition, John? John says, I like throwing the bouquet, Emma. Emma says, oh, I prefer cutting the cake. The key phrase is wedding traditions. It means customs and rituals performed during a wedding ceremony. Let's hear from you. Have you ever been a wedding guest? What's the best or worst part? Share your answer. Don't be shy, everyone is learning together. Pop quiz. Here's the question. People often throw rice, the wedding. Option A, at. Option B, on. Option C, to. Option D, in. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option A, at. At is the correct preposition to use with throw rice in this context. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Let's learn a new word. The word is pillow. A soft cushion used to support your head when you sleep or rest. Here's an example. I put a soft pillow on my bed. Remember, think of a pill to help you rest your head. Let's master this grammar rule. Using with for decoration. With describes what an object has or features. For example, the room is decorated with posters. A helpful tip. Use with to describe features. Time for conversation practice. Situation. Time for conversation practice. Situation. Decorating Emma's room. Sarah says, Emma, should we put up posters? Emma says, yes. And a new rug. John says, sounds good. I'll paint the walls. The key phrase is put up posters. It means attach posters to a wall. The key phrase is put up posters. It means attach posters to a wall as decoration. Here's something to think about. If you could add one thing to your room right now, what would it be? Add one thing to your room right now, what would it be? Share your answer. Don't be shy, everyone is learning together. Challenge yourself. Here's the question. Where do you put a rug in your room? Here's the question. Where do you put a rug in your room? Option A, on the floor. Option A, on the floor. Option B, on the wall. Option C, on the ceiling. Option D, in the closet. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option A, on the floor. A rug goes on the floor to make the room cozy. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Check out this new word. The word is flour, a powder made from grains used to make bread and cakes. Here's an example. We need flour to bake a cake. Remember, think of a flour, then remember flour for baking. Here's an important grammar point. Countable nouns, ingredients. Use a/n or numbers with countable baking ingredients. For example, I need a cup of flour. A helpful tip, think, can you count it easily? Listen to this dialogue. Situation, baking a simple cake. Sarah says, Emma, let's bake a simple chocolate cake. Emma says, okay. Do we have all the ingredients? Sarah says, yes, flour, sugar, eggs, and cocoa powder. The key phrase is, bake a cake. It means, to prepare and cook a cake in the oven. We want your opinion. What's your favorite dessert? What makes it so special to you? Share your answer. Don't be shy, everyone is learning together. Let's test your knowledge. Here's the question. Which ingredient is used to make cakes and cookies rise? Option A, salt. Option B, baking powder. Option C, sugar. Option D, flour. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option B, baking powder. Baking powder is a leavening agent that makes baked goods rise. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Here's a useful word for you. The word is date. A prearranged meeting, often romantic. Here's an example. I have a date with Sarah tonight. Remember, think of date like a scheduled event. Grammar lesson. Like plus gerund. Use the gerund after like to describe enjoying an activity. For example, I like meeting new people. A helpful tip, gerunds act like nouns. Conversation time. Situation, dating app conversation starter. Sarah says, are you seeing anyone casually, John? John says, not really. I'm looking for the one. Sarah says, oh, so you're not into hookups. John says, exactly. Relationship-minded is me. The key phrase is, seeing someone casually. It means, dating someone, but not seriously committed to a relationship. Let's hear from you. What's the most nerve-wracking part of going on a first date? Share your thoughts. Reply to other viewers in the chat too. Let's test your knowledge. Here's the question. Which means you like someone romantically? Option A, have a crush on. Option B, be single. Option C, go steady. Option D, get dumped. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option A, have a crush on. Have a crush on means you like someone romantically. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Are you enjoying this lesson? Please hit the subscribe button. It's completely free. And give this stream a thumbs up if you learned something new. Your support helps us make more free English lessons. It's your turn now. We want to hear from you in the chat. Type yes if you are learning something new today. Tell us where you are watching from. New word alert. The word is traditional food. Food that is passed down through generations in a specific culture or region. Here's an example. Sushi is a traditional food in Japan. Remember, think of tradition as something old and passed down. Let's look at a grammar rule. Countable/uncountable nouns. Some traditional foods are countable, others are not. For example, many traditional cookies are delicious. A helpful tip, use many for plural foods. Conversation time. Situation, discussing traditional food. Sarah says, do you like traditional food, John? John says, yes. My grandma's recipes are the best. Emma says, me too. It reminds me of home. The key phrase is traditional food. It means food passed down through generations, cultural dishes. Discussion time. Here's a question for everyone. What's one traditional food from your country that you think everyone should try? Share your answer. Chat with each other about it. Let's test your knowledge. Here's the question. Which food is a traditional British breakfast? Option A, full English. Option B, croissant. Option C, tacos. Option D, sushi. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option A, full English. Full English is a common traditional breakfast in Britain. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Here's a useful word for you. The word is discount. A reduction in the usual price of something. Here's an example. I got a 20% discount on this shirt. Remember, think of countdown from the original price. Time for some grammar. Can I get? Use can I get to ask for a discount. For example, can I get a discount? A helpful tip. Be polite when asking for a discount. Here's a real conversation example. Situation. Market bargaining for souvenirs. Sarah says, "Is there any discount on this?" John says, "I can give you 10% off." Sarah says, "Can you lower the price more?" John says, "Okay, final price, $15. The key phrase is lower the price. It means asking for a better, cheaper price than initially offered. Now it's your turn to share. What's the best bargain you ever got? Where did you get it? Tell us your story. Chat with each other about it. Challenge yourself. Here's the question. Which sentence asks for a discount politely? Option A, discount now. Option B, lower the price. Option C, can you offer a discount? Option D, I want cheap. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option C, can you offer a discount? Can you offer a discount is the most polite way to ask. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Here's a useful word for you. The word is collaborate. To work together with others to achieve a common goal. Here's an example. We collaborate on projects to make them better. Remember, think laborate, work hard together. Grammar tip for you. Use being plus adjective. Describe skills as being plus a descriptive word. For example, being collaborative is important. A helpful tip. Use adjectives to describe teamwork qualities. Time for conversation practice. Situation. New team project kickoff. Sarah says, "Let's collaborate effectively on this project, team." John says, "Good idea, Sarah." Open communication is key. Emma says, "Agreed. Let's also support each other." The key phrase is collaborate effectively. It means working together well towards a common goal using teamwork skills. Here's something to think about. Tell us about a time teamwork really paid off for you. What happened? Share your story. Chat with each other about it. Quiz time. Here's the question. Which word means working well with others to achieve a goal? Option A, teamwork. Option B, solitude. Option C, competition. Option D, independence. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option A, teamwork. Teamwork means collaborating effectively with others to achieve a common goal. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Time for vocabulary. The word is password. A secret word to access your account. Here's an example. My password is very strong and safe. Remember, think of a phrase, not just one word. Time for some grammar. Must plus be careful. Use must to show strong necessity. For example, you must be careful online. A helpful tip. Must shows strong advice. Time for conversation practice. Situation. Kids discussing internet safety. Emma says, "Always use strong passwords online, John." John says, "Okay, Emma. And don't click suspicious links." Sarah says, "Exactly. Protect your personal information." The key phrase is protect personal information. It means keep your name, address, etc. private and secure. Now it's your turn to share. Have you ever accidentally clicked on a suspicious link? What happened? Share your story. Don't be shy, everyone is learning together. Challenge yourself. Here's the question. Which action is not a safe internet practice? Option A, strong password. Option B, share personal info freely. Option C, update software often. Option D, use secure websites. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option B, share personal info freely. Sharing personal information freely online can lead to identity theft or scams. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Time for vocabulary. The word is believe. To accept that something is true, to have faith in something. Here's an example. I believe in myself and my abilities. Remember, be truthful to what you feel. Grammar lesson. Use become plus adjective. Use become to show increasing confidence. For example, I become more confident daily. A helpful tip. Practice to become confident. Here's a real conversation example. Situation. Building confidence at work. Sarah says, John, how do I build confidence? John says, Emma said start small, celebrate wins. Sarah says, okay, I'll try that approach. The key phrase is build confidence. It means gradually becoming more sure of yourself and abilities. Discussion time. Here's a question for everyone. What small win recently made you feel more confident? Sparkles, share your win. Don't be shy, everyone is learning together. Can you get this right? Here's the question. Which helps you build confidence? Option A, avoid challenges. Option B, negative self-talk. Option C, practice new skills. Option D, stay in comfort zone. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option C, practice new skills. Practicing and improving skills helps build confidence. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Are you enjoying this lesson? Please hit the subscribe button. It's completely free. And give this stream a thumbs up if you learned something new. Your support helps us make more free English lessons. Let's learn a new word. The word is practice. To do something repeatedly to become good at it. Here's an example. I practice English every day to improve. Remember, think of practice makes perfect to remember this word. Here's an important grammar point. Want plus to plus verb. Use want to express desires or intentions. For example, I want to learn Spanish. A helpful tip, remember to after want. Let's practice a conversation. Situation, beginner language exchange. Sarah says, hi John. Are you learning French too? John says, yes, Sarah. It's difficult vocabulary. Sarah says, I agree. Let's practice pronunciation. The key phrase is learning languages. It means acquiring skills in a foreign language through study and practice. Let's hear from you. What's a funny mistake you made when first learning English? Faced with tears of joy, share your story. Let's hear different answers from around the world. Let's test your knowledge. Here's the question. Which word means to study a language? Option A, to cook. Option B, to learn. Option C, to eat. Option D, to sleep. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option B, to learn. To learn means to gain knowledge or skill in a subject. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Check out this new word. The word is road trip. A long journey in a car, usually for vacation. Here's an example. We are going on a road trip this summer. Remember, think of a road and a trip combined for a car journey. Grammar lesson. Using going to. Going to talks about future plans or intentions. For example, I am going to drive tomorrow. A helpful tip. Use going to for road trip plans. Let's hear how people talk. Situation. Planning a road trip. Sarah says, let's plan a road trip this summer. John says, great. Where should we go? Sarah says, maybe the coast? Lots of scenic drives. John says, perfect. I'll pack the snacks. The key phrase is road trip. It means a journey taken by car over a long distance. We want your opinion. Road trip snack time. What's your must-have treat for the journey? Automobile, share your snack. Let's hear different answers from around the world. Can you get this right? Here's the question. I am planning a road trip. I need to gas. Option A, filling. Option B, to fill. Option C, fill. Option D, filled. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option C, fill. Fill is the correct infinitive form after need to. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Check out this new word. The word is apple. A round fruit with red, green, or yellow skin and white flesh. Here's an example. I eat an apple every day for a healthy snack. Remember, think of the in apple and a for always eat. Grammar tip for you. Countable versus uncountable. Some fruits/vegetables are countable, others are not. For example, I ate an apple. A helpful tip, use some for uncountable nouns. It's your turn now. We want to hear from you in the chat. Type yes if you are learning something new today. Tell us where you are watching from. Here's a real conversation example. Situation, grocery shopping for produce. Sarah says, John, do you want any apples or bananas? John says, yes, please. And some carrots too. Sarah says, okay, fruits and vegetables it is. The key phrase is fruits and vegetables. It means edible plant products, sources of vitamins and nutrients. Now it's your turn to share. What's one fruit or veggie you secretly dislike, even though it's healthy? Red apple share if you dare. See what others are saying and join the conversation. Pop quiz. Here's the question. Which of these is a fruit? Option A, carrot. Option B, tomato. Option C, broccoli. Option D, spinach. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option B, tomato. A tomato is botanically a fruit because it contains seeds. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Let's learn a new word. The word is bungee jumping. Jumping from a tall place with a strong elastic rope tied to you. Here's an example. I want to try bungee jumping this summer. It's exciting. Remember, imagine a bouncy rope. Bungee sounds bouncy, like jumping. Here's an important grammar point. Adjective plus sport. Use an adjective before sport to describe it. For example, dangerous sport, base jumping. A helpful tip, think, what kind of sport? Let's hear how people talk. Situation, beginners talking extreme sports. Sarah says, extreme sports seem so risky. John says, yeah, but the adrenaline rush is amazing. Emma says, start small, maybe try rock climbing first. The key phrase is adrenaline rush. It means sudden burst of energy from excitement or danger. Now it's your turn to share. What's the craziest thing you've ever done that maybe felt like an extreme sport? Tell us your story. See what others are saying and join the conversation. Challenge yourself. Here's the question. Which sport involves jumping from a tall structure with a parachute? Option A, swimming. Option B, bungee jumping. Option C, base jumping. Option D, hiking. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option C, base jumping. Base jumping is jumping with a parachute from a fixed object. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Time for vocabulary. The word is flag. A piece of cloth with a special design representing a country. Here's an example. Every country has a flag. The flag represents freedom. Remember, think of a flag waving. It's a symbol of a nation. Grammar tip for you. Definite article, the. Use the before unique national symbols. For example, the flag represents our country. A helpful tip, think, is it the only one? Listen to this dialogue. Situation, discussing national symbols. Sarah says, what's the Canadian national symbol, John? John says, it's the maple leaf, Emma. Emma says, oh, the maple leaf is nice. The key phrase is national symbol. It means represents a country's identity, values, or history. Here's something to think about. Does your country's national animal represent you? Why or why not? Share your thoughts. See what others are saying and join the conversation. Let's test your knowledge. Here's the question. Which animal is the national symbol of Australia? Option A, koala. Option B, kangaroo. Option C, emu. Option D, wombat. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option B, kangaroo. The kangaroo is a well-known national symbol of Australia. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Are you enjoying this lesson? Please hit the subscribe button. It's completely free. And give this stream a thumbs up if you learned something new. Your support helps us make more free English lessons. Here comes a great word to know. The word is headache. A pain in your head. Here's an example. I have a bad headache today. Remember, think, head plus ache equals headache. Grammar lesson. Use to the before doctor, dentist, etc. when visiting them. For example, I went to the doctor. A helpful tip, think of it as a specific place. Here's a real conversation example. Situation, doctor's appointment for Emma. Sarah says, "Hi Emma, are you seeing the doctor today?" Emma says, "Yes, I have a bad cough." John says, "I hope you feel better soon, Emma." The key phrase is, seeing the doctor. It means, visiting a medical professional for a health check. We want your opinion. Have you ever misunderstood a doctor's instructions? What happened? Faced with tears of joy, share your story. Let's hear different answers from around the world. Challenge yourself. Here's the question. When you are sick, you should, the doctor. Option A, visit to. Option B, visiting. Option C, visit. Option D, visits. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option C, visit. Visit is the correct verb form after should. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Time for vocabulary. The word is beach. A sandy or pebbly area next to the sea or ocean. Here's an example. I love to play on the beach in the summer. Remember, think of beach as be and reach the sand. Here's an important grammar point. Past tense vacation. Use past tense to talk about finished vacations. For example, I went to the beach. A helpful tip, use did for questions. Conversation time. Situation, planning summer vacation. Sarah says, "Are you excited for summer vacation, John?" John says, "Yes. I want to go camping." Sarah says, "Camping sounds like a great idea." The key phrase is summer vacation. It means a break from school during the summer months. Here's something to think about. Dream summer job? What would you do and why? Smiling face with sunglasses, share your answer. See what others are saying and join the conversation. Time for a quick quiz. Here's the question. To the beach every summer vacation. What fits best? Option A, go. Option B, going. Option C, went. Option D, goed. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option A, go. Go is the simple present tense. We use it for habits. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Time for vocabulary. The word is delivery. Bringing something to a place or person. Here's an example. The food delivery is here. Please open the door. Remember, think, deliver like giving, bringing something to someone's place. Here's an important grammar point. Using want for food. Want expresses a desire for something, food. Use it when you desire food. For example, I want pizza delivered now. A helpful tip, remember, want expresses a desire. Here's a real conversation example. Situation, ordering food online. Sarah says, "Hey John, let's order food delivery tonight." John says, "Great idea. What kind of food?" Sarah says, "How about pizza?" "I'm really hungry." John says, "Sounds good. Let's order now." The key phrase is food delivery. It means having food brought to your location. Let's hear from you. Food delivery fail. Tire face, tell us about a time your order went totally wrong. Share your story. Don't be shy, everyone is learning together. Can you get this right? Here's the question. I want food to my house. What word goes here? Option A, deliver. Option B, delivered. Option C, delivering. Option D, delivery. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option B, delivered. Delivered is the past participle, needed after to be is, are, was, were. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Let's learn a new word. The word is kind. Friendly, generous, and helpful to other people. Here's an example. She is a very kind and helpful person. Remember, think of kind heart to remember the meaning. Grammar tip for you. Adjective before noun. Put adjectives before the noun they describe. For example, he is a kind person. A helpful tip. Adjectives add detail. Let's hear how people talk. Situation. Describing a friend's personality. Sarah says, "Is Emma outgoing or shy?" John says, "She's very outgoing and friendly." Sarah says, "That's great, I am introverted." The key phrase is outgoing and friendly. It means sociable, enjoys meeting and talking to people. Discussion time. Here's a question for everyone. Who is the most optimistic person you know, and how do they inspire you? Share your answer. Don't be shy, everyone is learning together. Can you get this right? Here's the question. Which word describes someone who likes meeting new people? Option A, shy. Option B, introverted. Option C, outgoing. Option D, lazy. Think about it. Type A, B, C, or D in the chat. You have 10 seconds. And the correct answer is option C, outgoing. Outgoing describes someone friendly and enjoys meeting new people. Great job if you got it right. Let's continue learning. Here's a useful word for you. The word is teacher. Someone who helps students learn new things. Here's an example. The teacher helps the students with their homework. Remember, think, T plus cherish. Teachers cherish knowledge. Time for some grammar. Use a or an. Use a before consonant sounds. Use